After this I saw another angel coming down from heaven, having great authority, and the earth was made bright with his glory. And he called out with a mighty voice, "Fallen, fallen is Babylon the Great. She has become a dwelling place for demons, a haunt for every unclean spirit, a haunt for every unclean bird, a haunt for every unclean and detestable beast. For all nations have drunk the wine of the passion of her sexual immorality, and the kings of the earth have committed immorality with her, and the merchants of the earth have grown rich from the power of her luxurious living." Then I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, lest you take part in her sins, lest you share in her plagues."
The Catholic Church is the whore of Babylon. Or is it? We're about to find out. We're going to delve into Scripture, and we're going to see what Scripture actually says about who the whore of Babylon is, the great city, the great Babylon.
So who is the whore? The whore that the Bible speaks of? Well, we're going to go back into the Old Testament and take a look.
How the faithful city has become a whore, she who was full of justice. Righteousness lodged in her, but now murderers. The Lord said to me in the days of King Josiah, "Have you seen what she did, that faithless one, Israel, how she went up on every high hill and under every green tree, and there played the whore? And I thought, after she has done all this, she will return to me. But she did not return, and her treacherous sister Judah saw it. She saw that for all the adulteries of that faithless one, Israel, I had sent her away with the decree of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah did not fear, but she too went and played the whore. Because she took her whoredom lightly, she polluted the land, committing adultery with stone and tree. Yet for all this her treacherous sister Judah did not return to me with her whole heart, but in pretense, declares the Lord. And the Lord said to me, Faithless Israel has shown herself more righteous than treacherous Judah."
So we can see from Isaiah, and we can see from Jeremiah, who the whore is. The whore would be Israel, Jerusalem. I'm going to go ahead, do some comparisons, Old Testament with Revelation, and a lot of the accusations about the purple robes and scarlet and all the other stuff that that people accuse the Catholic Church of being the whore of Babylon of. So I'll draw a comparison, and you can make up your own mind.
Then one of the 7 angels, who had the 7 bowls, came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment of the great prostitute who is seated on many waters, with whom the kings of the earth have committed sexual immorality, and with the wine of whose sexual immorality the dwellers on earth have become drunk." And he carried me away in the Spirit into a wilderness, and I saw a woman sitting on a scarlet beast that was full of blasphemous names, and it had 7 heads and 10 horns. The woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet, and adorned with gold and jewels and pearls, holding in her hand a golden cup full of abominations and the impurities of her sexual immorality. And on her forehead was written a name of mystery, Babylon the Great, mother of prostitutes and of earth's abominations. And I saw the woman drunk with the blood of the saints, the blood of the martyrs of Jesus. When I saw her, I marveled greatly.
Okay, so I'm going to present the Old Testament, a bit out of Exodus, and then the New Testament from Jesus' words himself. Here we go.
These are the garments that they shall make: a breastpiece, an ephod, a robe, a coat of checker work, a turban, and a sash. They shall make holy garments for Aaron your brother and his sons to serve me as priests. They shall receive gold, blue, and purple, and scarlet yarns, and fine twined linen. And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and purple, and scarlet yarns, and of fine twined linen, skillfully worked.
So we see in Exodus that a near verbatim quote from Revelation, drawing that correlation about the scarlet and the purple. So now we're going to go ahead and hear Jesus' words about the blood of the saints.
Therefore I send you prophets, and wise men, and scribes, some of whom you will kill and crucify, and some you will flog in your synagogues and persecute from town to town, so that on you may come all the righteous blood shed on earth, from the blood of righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah the son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the sanctuary and the altar. Truly I say to you, all these things will come upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it! How often would I have gathered your children together, as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. Then a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and threw it into the sea, saying, So will Babylon the great city be thrown down with violence, and will be found no more. And the sound of harpists and musicians, of flute players and trumpeters, will be heard in you no more. And a craftsman of any craft will be found in you no more. And the sound of the mill will be heard in you no more. And the light of a lamp will shine in you no more. And the voice of bridegroom and bride will be heard in you no more. For your merchants were the great ones of the earth, and all nations were deceived by your sorcery. And in her was found the blood of prophets and of saints, and of all who have been slain on earth. And the woman that you saw is the great city that has dominion over the kings of the earth. And their dead bodies will lie in the street of the great city that symbolically is called Sodom and Egypt, where their Lord was crucified.
So we can see in the last verse from Revelation 11:8 that the great city is where Jesus was crucified, and we know Jesus was crucified in Jerusalem. So the Bible's pretty explicit about who the whore of Babylon is, the great city. It's Jerusalem without question in my mind. I'm going to finish this video off with a bit from Luke, Jesus' words from Luke. And please post any comments you want. Subscribe to my channel if you'd like. And we'll talk to you soon. God bless.
Woe to you, for you build the tombs of the prophets whom your fathers killed. So you are witnesses, and you consent to the deeds of your fathers, for they killed them, and you build their tombs. Therefore also the wisdom of God said, I will send them prophets and apostles, some of whom they will kill and persecute, so that the blood of all the prophets, shed from the foundation of the world, may be charged against this generation, from the blood of Abel to the blood of Zechariah, who perished between the altar and the sanctuary. Yes, I tell you, it will be required of this generation.